Hey everybody, it's Karen and Stephanie with Food and Family. Today, Stephanie is going to show us how to make her smoked Gouda jalapeno
mac and cheese.
And
this is a baked mac and cheese. We've already got we used 8 ounces of the large elbow noodles. We boiled them for 10 minutes in 1 cup of beef broth, 2 cups of water. We didn't add any salt because we're going to add our salt to our baked mix.
Plus the broth has salt in it. It was a canned broth.
Yes. So let me drain these noodles and then we're going to start putting this together. All right, we got our noodles drained and we're putting them in there.
So this is going to be a really simple, quick dish to throw together.
Oh yeah.
So what have you got the oven set on?
I've got the oven set on 425.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to add, first we're going to add in our egg.
Now when you add eggs to hot stuff, stir real quick.
Yep.
Because you don't want it to cook.
All right, so we are going to add 1 jalapeno. No, that is 2 jalapenos. Chopped.
Deseeded. The ribs
deveined. We're going to have 1/2 cup of bacon.
Now, we're using store-bought bacon bits, the real bacon bits, to make it easy and convenient for most people, but you can certainly cook your own bacon and crumble it up if you want to.
And if you don't want the bacon, you don't have to put the bacon.
Right.
I've got, you use whatever seasoning you want, but this is the Slap Your Mama, salt, black pepper, red pepper, and garlic.
Now this is a Cajun seasoning?
Mm-hmm. And probably about a teaspoon of that. You don't want to overdo it because you got sodium in the bacon.
Well, I mean, looking at it, what you've done already, that's just a pretty dish right there without the cheese.
All right, so now it's cheese time.
I love cheese. So how much is this? That's about
a
cup and a half,
a cup and a half. I think, what was it, 8 ounces or was it 12 ounce block of cheese?
I think that's more than 8 ounces. 8 would probably be plenty, but why use 8 when you can use 12?
You can't go wrong.
I mean, that's just really, truly, it's just a pretty dish put together. You got those green flecks and the bacon in there.
And we're going to add about, that's a cup. Let me see how that looks. This is one of those I don't measure, so we're trying to eyeball measure.
That looked about a 1/2 cup to me of milk. Yeah.
Well, I've got a lighter pour than you do.
There you go.
Because it's going to bake, and that moisture is going to bake out. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure you got a good moist.
And you want it to combine with that cheese so it'll make that good saucy deliciousness in that macaroni.
All right, where's baking dish? I've got a greased baking dish here.
That's an 8x8 dish. You use the 9x9. And if you want a bigger dish, just double the recipe.
All right, and I'm going to top it with some breadcrumbs. Will you check on my butter?
Oh yes, we needed butter. Now, how much butter?
That's about should be 4 tablespoons of butter.
Okay. It wasn't melted, so.
Okay. Just do a light sprinkle on top. This just gives it a good crunch.
Here we go. 4 tablespoons of melted butter.
And you're just going to drizzle that on top.
Okie dokie.
And that's it.
And that's it.
We're going to put it in the oven.
Macaroni and cheese is so easy and simple to make from scratch. I mean, why would you want to make it from that box when it's the same process?
And I've started keeping noodles at the house and just making, because it's so easy. It's what it's taking us maybe 15 minutes to do it.
It had taken no time to put it together, and that's with boiling the noodles. So, all right, she's going to get this baked, and then we're going to come back.
We're going to check it in about 15 minutes. That's what it does at my house. We'll check it on her since it's a different stove and show you what we got.
I smell macaroni and cheese.
Let's get it out. We had to let it go about 20 minutes.
And that was in my stove.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty sight. Looky there.
Yep.
Did you hold it up
No.
for him? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh. Now. Oh, it's bubbling. Do we let it sit and settle for a few minutes before
we... Let it sit and settle for a little bit, but you can smell that bacon, the jalapeno.
The cheese. Yes.
So we're going to let this cool, and we'll be back in a little bit for the taste test.
All right. We've let this cool for a minute. Now it's time to taste it. You can smell that smoky from the Gouda. Oh, some of that crunchy topping.
Also, something we forgot, when we drain the noodles, add half a stick of butter to the noodles to let it melt.
Mm-hmm. We forgot to tell you that. Oh, that's so good.
A super smoky flavor.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to just sit here, stand here, and enjoy my mac and cheese.
And if you don't like smoked Gouda, I've done this with pepper jack cheese. You can use any kind of cheese.
Oh, pepper jack would be wonderful. Mm-hmm. But you know, the jalapeno, you deseeded it, you took the veins out. It's not hot. You've got that flavor.
You've got the pepper flavor, but you don't have the heat.
Yeah, and the noodles are tender, and then the cheese and all the sauce is just creamy. So, and then that breadcrumb topping gives it that little bit of a crunch. This is a meal by itself.
And if you like heat, you can chop up the jalapeno with the seeds and add it. I've done that before because we like heat at our house.
Yeah. So, but you could really use whatever cheese that your favorite. All right, so we're going to finish our mac and cheese, and we hope you'll make it. And if you do, let us know what you think about it. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget, hit that little notification bell so you'll know the next time Stephanie and I put out another video. See you soon, everybody.